So episode 18 starts, and Bryce pulls Sydney, and they're talking small talk. Here's Zach. Basically, they're all just getting to know the girls. Oh, and it was weird, but Alana told him that she met Charlie, which is really odd to me, but I guess. So then they go to the villa and the girls are talking, and Anaya is talking about KC and how this is going to be her time. She's going to explore whatever, but she said she missed him, I think. And Trinity was I just love Trinity. She said basically, I'm tired of him you letting him play in your face, and she said he's doing it so much it's starting to irritate me, like he's doing it to me. But the way she says it's so funny. But she's basically tired of Anaya being a little dumb. KC is doing way too much. This is just too much. And it's giving like, remember when Cordell brought, not that he's like Cordell at all, but remember when Cordell brought what's her face back, or when he went to Casa and met, I can't remember her name at all, but she was doing a lot, like too much. And then but it kind of reminds me of that. But I know the Casa girls feel like they don't have much time and they need to get it going. But like sometimes hold something back. Like I think she's just doing way too much. She is. But he likes it. Whatever. I mean, look at him, just needy. He made a comment too. He was like, um, "This is what he needed." Or when they were doing a challenge, and he was like, "I bet the girls are over there giving the Casa Boys everything, or giving the Casa Boys what they should have been giving us." Like, what do you mean? You're not entitled to them giving you anything. Tierra was talking to the girls, calling Casey her man, her man, her man. So then the guys were getting dressed or undressed or whatever, and Bryce told KC that he seems like a different person, and he said, "I just think the girls in the village didn't see my power or whatever, because they weren't really feeling him, and he was kind of picked last or whatever." So this is why he is acting the way he is. Okay, he's finally getting the attention that he wants, needs. And then he was saying, he was in his confessional, and he was saying that him and Anaya were together by default, which they were. But they both did grow and I believe they grew and had feelings. I don't know. It looked that way, but yeah, I do agree with the default part. Lord, Kata, looking at pictures of her and Zach. Kata's really beautiful. These two. Okay, Caleb. Okay. Sincere, the guys asked Sincere if he kissed the girl he was with, and he said yes with his hands. So Kata gets a text, and it lets him know that they're going to have a pool party of their own. Why is Trinity so funny, y'all? She was like, she said she wanted some pancakes, and Melanie was like, "I'm making eggs and sausage," and Trinity's like, "Bitch, what the fuck is eggs and sausage? What do you mean? What is it?" She is so, I don't even think she's trying to be funny. The guys are talking about exploring, but Zach is getting a little worried about who Kata's exploring with. hmm And Corbin is not really feeling Kinsey, and he was talking about red flags he wanted to talk to her about. I think it got in his head when the guys were thinking about sending her home because she's explored a lot. And then that talk on the dock they had where she was telling them all the things that she likes, but which there's nothing wrong with that. But she told them everything she liked all at once, it seemed like. And for guys that can be overwhelming. The girls are discussing the heart rate challenge or whatever that was over at Casa and how the guys were behaving. And she's giving a speech to them about how they should put themselves first. And I don't. It sounds good, but I just know how the girls move when this kind of stuff happens, and they always stay loyal to the guys. They always do when the guys are wilding. Oh, and then Sincere is over here talking about how him and Melanie just got back in a good place, but he is going to give the girls the same opportunity, or the same chance that he gave Soul, or something like that. First of all, you shouldn't be mentioning her name anymore. And second of all, so what you're going to do? Lie to her? That's the same thing. You're going to lie to the new girl or whoever. Lie to him, make him think one thing and do another. Like what? What? So Casey says Anaya's a question mark, and the guys are telling him, you just have to go with your heart, and they're like, yeah, TT's focused on you, but why don't they think like the girls are just doing a lot? Like, well, I would be thinking. I'm not saying this is exactly what she's doing, but I'd be thinking, yeah, she's coming on to me so strong because she wants to get in the villa. Like, guys are so stupid that like their egos. Oh my god. So Ariana comes in and tells the girls, come on, because it's time to meet the guys. These are a few of them. And production, great job. They made sure they brought them in, and so the guys see them coming in. I'm so happy that happened. And they got 12 guys, not six. So, see, they know. Production knows how the girls move. They know they need to give them more than a few options because they get stuck on these guys, on the guys they've been with. Bryce is like, it's basically a bunch of Corbins. This dance was funny. Even Ariana was in on it. So here are all the boys, and I definitely don't know their names, but here they are. So to get to know, they all chatted and got to know the guys, and then Ariana wanted them. She wanted to see if there was any chemistry. So each guy got to kiss two girls, and they were doing a lot. Like one guy was kissing Anaya and bench pressing her, or he was doing squats. He was doing squats. This guy Carl, I think his name is Carl. He showed interest in Anaya. So after it was all said and done, they only got to keep six guys. So these are the guys they didn't keep. I thought maybe they would have kept the red shorts. He or I can't remember which one. I think he was one that was squatting with Anaya. But maybe they thought, I don't know why they didn't, but some people said they think production picked the guys that they kept. So this is who they kept. Ariana begged and she begged for them to explore because I know she knows how the girls are. They always are. And I know I said this before, but I hate when that happens. I want them to just not think about the guys, but they always do. They always think about their villa guys. So she was like, please explore every option. So the guys were talking and they were like, do you think Kenzie's gonna fuck you over? And Corbin was like, yes, just because of the rap sheet. He said she probably already busted into a split. Yeah, but still not to defend Kenzie. But yeah, Corbin, you don't know she saw what you were doing that heart rate challenge. And what you said, the stuff you said, like you going back with somebody different and stuff like that. Yeah, Corbin. Bryce is like, you think my girls get somebody? The Casa girls were doing some lame cheer. Well, TT was about Casey, and I was talking about Casey, and Trinity was like, "Will you tell her that she need to explore or something?" She is so sick of Anaya. I mean, she not sick and like she's mad at her, but she's just tired of her letting Casey play in her face. So they're all outside getting their drinks, and Melanie pulls Anaya aside, and they're like, "Should we say it together? We miss our men." First of all, okay, I do know that Melanie and Sincere were in a better place, but still. But Anaya, girl, stop. I'm gonna need you to stop. You miss your man, girl. Kate is vibing with Che. Anaya and Carl are vibing, and they actually kiss. I think all the girls kissed the guys that they pulled. No, I don't think Trinity kissed him at this point. Bryce is over there talking to Sincere, and he's like, he's not into the girls. He's thinking about Trinity. He was talking about how Trinity gets his jokes, and Alana, he told a joke and she didn't get it. He was like to himself, Trinity would have gotten it. And so while he's talking about how he feels about Trinity, she's vibing with, and I don't remember his name, but with this guy. And they're playing this little sad, not this little romantic or sad music. And he's talking about how much he likes Trinity, and she's over there with that other guy. This part was a little sad, but he was like, Trinity makes me feel like I'm enough. And, you don't, I don't know with him. You just don't know because the whole Zach thing's got me confused. Like I like him and Trinity to watch them together because they're funny together, but I don't know. But this part was touching. And so he was just saying how much he missed her, and then they were paying him back, and then Trinity went into the photo booth with that guy, and she kissed him. I mean, look, I'm glad the girls are exploring. They should be. The guys were, but the girls just usually don't. They're usually. But I don't know. So it ended with that, with Bryce being sad, thinking about her, and she's in the photo booth. She still said she missed Zach though.